How's it going, guys? Andy here and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about liquidation suppliers. I'm going to be explaining what they are, how they work, why they're so difficult to find, and crucially, if you hang around to the end, where to find them. Are you ready? Let's go. So, liquidation suppliers, what are they and what's the difference between wholesale suppliers and liquidation suppliers? Well, wholesale suppliers are, as it sounds, they're suppliers that are selling products to you on a wholesale basis, so in volume, in return for a lesser amount of money. You buy them wholesale, you break them down and you sell them individually, and that's called retail. Liquidation is a process where you're still buying in volume like wholesale, but they're not coming through the usual supply chain. If a brand owner changes the box art, changes the design of the product, maybe makes a slightly different design of the product for a new season, whatever it is, when a new version of that product comes out, they will quite often send what they've got left to a liquidation supplier. These are suppliers that have contracts with the brand owner to take everything that they've got for a massively reduced price. It's almost like pushing them out the back door. You're liquidating them, so you're not really making any money out of them, but you're getting your money back and you're solving the problem of having all these stocks. You see, storage costs a vast amount of money, and when you're dealing in big volume like brand owners are, you can't afford to just have stuff hanging around. It costs a fortune. The supply chain must be lean and efficient. So if you suddenly got a load of stock sitting around that you're no longer going to use, it's much more cost efficient just to move it out at a massively discounted rate to a liquidation supplier that will just take them off their hands, and they will go into the liquidation network. So who buys from liquidation suppliers? Supermarkets like Tesco's may often buy liquidated stock and bring them in. TJ Maxx, TK Maxx, a lot of their toys come from the liquidation networks. I deal with liquidation agents that do supply those type of chain stores, and they've told me, although they'd never be able to admit it officially because most of these companies are under non-disclosure agreements. Which brings me on to the question, why are they so hard to find? Here's the reason. Brand owners are very much concerned with keeping the perceived value of their products nice and high. I'm sure you'll know that there is a recommended retail price or a suggested retail price for any given item. This is what the brand owner wants you to sell the item for. They can't make you sell it for that much money, but there are various different pressures they can put on you in order for you to sell it at that level. And what that does, it keeps the perceived value nice and high, which means the public understand that that particular product is worth that much money. Now, when they sell these products to liquidation agents, they need to push them out the back door. They don't want it to go through the main channels because they don't want to devalue the perceived value of that product. So the liquidation agents are able to push them out the side door where they can be sold off in clearance deals and special sales, where the public understand that if it's a special big 70% sale, they're getting an extra deal. That's not the normal price, and that's fine by them. So the brand owners don't want these products to go through the usual retail channels. They want the very latest, the highest price stuff to stay in the retail channel. And obviously online sellers like myself and like you can grab hold of these liquidation deals and still get the main top branded items, but at a much discounted price. The issue is they're very difficult to find because liquidation agents don't tend to shout about the fact they've got these products. They can't. Even if you were to find the liquidation agent's website, it often won't even mention what they do. It would just give you a business name that is a generic name and maybe some contact details. So it's kind of like you already have to know who they are to be able to find their contact details in the first place and search for them directly by name, and they will not come up under liquidation agents. And they don't say on their website, we liquidate millions of pounds worth of products for some of the top high street names. It's all kept quiet because the brand owners don't want the general public to go directly to these people. So for that reason, they're very tricky to come by. But you can find them if you're in the trade, if you're in the business, and you know where to find them. So where's that? Well, several times a year, different industries will come together in trade shows where they can do business together. And for the retail industry, they'll come together in places like the autumn show, the spring show, the London Toy Fair. Wherever the specific industry is, they'll come together and they'll do business to business. So you have to go where the businesses talk to each other. And most of the time, that is trade shows. If you go down to a trade show and start asking around and start speaking to the stall holders, you'll start to find an idea about who's who and what's what. And several people have actually said to me, I went to a trade show just like you told me, Andy, I didn't find liquidation suppliers. Well, here's the thing, they don't have a big banner saying we're liquidation suppliers, so you probably walk past them. The trick is you need to speak to them. You need to get in contact with them, look them in the eye, shake them by the hand, and discuss business. What is it that you do? What have you got on offer? You can't just go to a website and pick up a load of products. It's not as easy as that. You have to get out there, you have to speak to people, and then you will find them. But it is quite a hush-hush business, and it does take a little bit of work. So as with many things in life, you'll get out what you put in. If you take the time to get out from behind your computer and speak to people, ask questions, you'll find them. And you can set up a liquidation account, and that's how you can sell top-line products at a really decent price. So that's the quick rundown of how that works. If you've got any questions about this process, hit me up in the comments below. And as usual, give me a thumbs up if you found this useful. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that little bell notification icon to make sure you get notified every time I post a new video. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence, and I will catch you on the very next video. Bye for now.